Yo, 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 what's good, world? It's your boy Rob, Gio.
Hey,
Real talk, real views, episode 43. Hope everybody had a great Christmas and, let the weekend of Christmas continue. Hope everybody got the gift they wanted, learned something. But, man, this year was a fucked up year, but a lot of good things happening this year. Started a podcast, got a CDL. So there's some good things happening for me. I'm pretty sure some good things happen for you, Joe, and everybody else listening to
damn right.
the podcast. Uh, Me and Joe actually had a serious talk. Joe was saying, hey, we need to really talk about some serious as content. We can go deeper for the audience. And I was like, yo, he's right. So, man, today we going to be talking about we had an interesting conversation with one of our boys, Batman. Wish he would get on this podcast. I know he listens to the episodes, man, but it's all good. We're basically talking about how there's a lot of women that want to be wives, but they don't have the spirit of a wife or spirit of a virtuous woman. And me and Joe were just going in on that. And me and Joe, we're going to talk about our experiences, and we're going to talk about why, some women want the title of a wife, but they don't want to pay the price, and how it's just not going to work. We're just going to stay on tune with this topic, and we're just gonna keep going in, dissecting it until we can't even dissect it anymore. That's the direction we headed in every single episode from now on. So Joe, man, how do you think? So what is what does a spirit of a wife look like? For me personally, I'll just say this: the first example I ever saw was my mom. That was it.
I think that's everybody's experience. Either if it's not their mom, then it's a grandma.
Porn star.
Well, you starting off this show with a bang, aren't you?
I'm just saying, not everybody has a relationship with their mom, or their mom disappeared. So
No,
what is
that's
a
what I'm
man?
saying. Their grandma. I was saying their grandma, their
Mm-hmm.
auntie. Some significant figure in your life. Whether it's your adopted mother. What I'm saying. Whatever, wherever it may have came from, but something along those lines of women you've seen has shown you've seen that, whether it's your friend's mother, what I'm saying. So
Right.
just you've seen it different ways. So
How long?
you can find it
How
different
long
ways.
does it take a man to even get to that point? Because for the longest, you're just you don't even like the woman. You just like the body. You're like, man, body, and it takes about mid-20s where you start. Oh, whoa, her personality ain't that good. That your pussy might be fire. That booty might be fire. But hey, yo, you're kind of a bitch, low key. You're not nice. You're not
I
uplifting
mean,
me. You're not helping me
this
grow.
it's a lot of things. I mean, when you're young, you're not really thinking about who's
Mhm.
really like I could be compatible with. You know what I'm saying? Like we're young, we're not thinking about that. We just looking like, ooh, look at Ashley, she bad. Oh my God, if she was my girlfriend, boy. Yeah, that's it. Like you just look and see that physical aspect. You just, man, oh, Ashley got a fat ass. She has some big titties. Like, you know what I'm saying? Juicy lips, nice skin complexion. Like we go into details with the outside, and then as you start to get older, you start to realize, like, man, this girl smart as she. I said, this girl look good as hell, but she dumb as hell. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, there's
Right.
girls out there that not necessarily saying everybody's dumb, but the way that you view them, like, they're not they don't have as much intel in life as you do, or they don't view life the way that you do. So that compatibility is no longer. So you don't want to deal with somebody like that, and you start to see that gradually throughout high school, and
Mhm.
then you get into college. That's when that whole intellect plays in. Like, hey, what are you studying? What is your major? What is this? What is that? How do you view life? How do you view this? Then we get into more detailed things. Your religion, your ideas on this topic, your ideas on that topic, your ideas on so many different topics, to the point where you exhaust every conversation you could possibly exhaust just to pick out that person's brain. And then eventually you start to realize, like, wait a minute, this might be that person for me. So you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? It gradually goes up. The higher you go up with the more you grow with, as far as age, the more mature you'll get, and the more you'll start to view people on a different way. And I think that's the main thing. Like, you gotta wait. You, like a lot of people say, some people know what they want at a young age, which is
Mhm.
great.
It's
Some
rare.
people, it's just the maturity. It's just the maturity thing. Like, some it's great, but it takes a while. For me, it's taking a while. For you, what, 25? That's it.
Dog, you told
Or
me I was acting like a dad when I was 21. Shit was weird. You're just
yeah,
telling me
you
that
were.
at that point.
You
But
you had that, but you had that older brother. Because you were the oldest, you had that already in you. So
yeah, but I
that's
sucked at picking girls. I sucked at picking girls.
yeah.
I sucked. High school, you know who I was with.
Oh god.
In college, when in my
Yeah,
sophomore 4 year jock, I sucked at picking girls until I got with Steph. I finally picked the right one because you saw what I was with before, and that was just a waste of time. And I just think about what was I doing. I almost wanted to give to her so much that you know I was just looking out for them. And a lot of guys need to realize, hold on, man, that shit need to be reciprocated. And I seen Roy Jones Jr. say on the Hot Boxing podcast that Mike Tyson has, he said, was he on that podcast? Or I think no, he was on the Joe Rogan show. Yeah, he was on the Joe Rogan show. And Joe Rogan asked him about relationships. He's like, what kind of advice can you give to a young guy? And he said, for all my men out there, go with the woman that wants you. That wants you,
yeah,
not you want them. Because it
yeah.
never works out. And then I think about that because that's how it was with me and Steph. She wanted me. I didn't go after her, and I'm still with her. In fact, I got 2 kids with her. That's how serious that shit is. I
And
got
and
2
there
kids with her.
and that's how the whole thing happened. And that's if Batman was on the show, he would elaborate a little bit more. But don't worry, we got it. We got it for you guys. Batman was pretty much saying the same thing as Roy Jones Jr. on that podcast, and he was basically saying, well, to me, when you had got, I think you had got off the phone at that time, but he was telling me like, if you are chasing the woman, then it's all good and gravy, right? Like it's all good and gravy, but your intentions for her is not the same as a woman chasing for you.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing because when she's chasing for you, she knows what she wants. She's mentally in that established spot. She mentally knows like this is who I want to be with. You know what I'm saying? Like she already knows like I want this person to be my husband, or my wife, if you're gay, and stuff like that. So it's just and that's what it is. So I mean, you know, it's interesting to hear about that because then you start to wonder about that Steve Harvey book that Steve Harvey wrote, about that about you chasing the women, you got to go after the woman that you want to be. So it's just I think it's very interesting to that the ways of finding love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting because Steve Harvey is like, you got to go chase women, you got to do this 90-day rule and stuff. I'm like, bro, like everybody got a tip on shit. It's just like, yo, like for real, like everybody got a tip on shit. Like it's just very interesting to hear. Like it's just you got to do a 90-day rule. You got to go after man. Now you got like I'm not gonna lie. I think it's more of a turn on. I mean I speak for myself, but I don't know about other men. But I mean you could also say this yourself too, dog. But if a woman is chasing you, I think that's more of a turn on because she wants you versus me trying to like me waiting and looking at you and giving you the eye and try to make you come over to me and dang babe, come on, like nah, dude, like I don't know, but it's just more of a turn on when the girl, excuse me, can I buy you a drink? Well, shit, go ahead, buy
Right.
me a drink.
I know exactly. Dog, I'm with you 100%. That is sexy. And when I think about my story with my wife, she was scared to talk to me at first, and so she had a homegirl go up to me and then say, "Here's my friend's number. Call her up." And I didn't call her up for like 2 months. I was just doing my own thing. Yeah, I was just doing my own thing because I'm just like, yo,
He
you
said two
serious? You
months.
gotta holler at me, man. Come talk to me. Cause yo, that shit sucks. When you have that fear, yo, that shit, right? It really sucks because you just never know. I got some of that shit haunting me sometimes. Like, oh shit, what would ever happen if I talked to this girl, that girl? You know what I mean? Like, I just never did it because I was such a pussy.
Nah, it's not even it's not even about being pussy. Like
You know how
it's
I
just
feel.
it's just, well, you were a little different, but you know, it was more so of like maybe she was it, maybe she wasn't it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of like pick the vibe. For me, like I said, I'm a little bit different. I always, you know, see the waters, see what's out there at sea before I go, and I want to go swim and catch my fish. I want to see how the fishes react in that sea. I want to see how the fishes react with other fishes or other fishermen. You see what I'm saying? And
Right.
then after a while, you know, whichever fish I look at and I see that I want to go get, you know, I go get it. But I already scanned the ocean, even though the ocean is vast and wide. You know what I'm saying? You scan that fish that is that ultimate, that fish that will satisfy you. You know what I'm saying? So you always gotta peep the scene before attacking. And if you peep the scene and you see the fish is already acting to other fishermen or other fishes or doing all types of willy-nilly stuff, I mean, yeah, it's prejudged and you don't want to judge a book by its cover, you
Mm-hmm.
know, but you will also, if you want to wait and see how that fish reacts, you give it time and you keep analyzing before you jump in. That initial thing, if you constantly see somebody constantly do something, it's out of one or two things. They're going through something and you may not be able to help them because it's something personal within themselves, or this is who they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's all those things. It's all those things. So that's why, you know, you kind of just peep the scene and watch and see what's going on. Like, that's what I always do. I never jump into anything. I never just automatically talk to people, and that's something that mommy and poppy hate about me because I just don't talk. But I always just analyze my surroundings. I look and see what's going on. And then what if I like what I see or if I feel what I like,
Uh-huh.
two different things right there, if y'all ain't peep, then I go in. You know what I'm saying? Then I go and I interact, I go into that environment. But if I don't know anybody or if I'm not whatever with anybody or the vibe is just not right. I'm big on vibes. I'm big on vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But if the vibe's just not there, you know, I
Right.
just don't. I just don't engage. I mean, yeah, I'll talk for a little bit, but nothing on that, you know, like on that real personal level, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't need to know too much information about me, if
Yeah,
that makes sense.
that's what we. Yeah, that's what we're just opposites right there. Me,
Yeah,
I've always been the guy to just dive in the pool, and if I get
exactly.
burned, I get burned. I'll just come back alive. Like, all right, I ain't gonna jump in this pool so fast. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
uh, I'm just that guy in our group. You know, you, me, and Andy and Batman and Mackenzie, because I don't think Mackenzie jumps as fast as I do. But Clifton and I, we both just we
Yeah,
just
y'all dive in deep, and y'all keep going down until you see how that ocean is, and then when it's not it, you go into the next ocean.
Yep.
That's
I don't pout about it for years, months, like some people do. You know, you're if you are in a bad relationship, give and you just broke up, you guys bad situation, you have a week to be a little crybaby about it. After that, get over it.
yeah.
Because just think about it. All these things we can't solve as human beings. Joe, somebody decides to put a business in and they make profit out of it. And not only we're gonna make profit out of it, let's add some medication because he might be a depressant. He might be a depressive person. This person might have this stupid disorder, this mental, like, oh my God, all this bullshit that just me being
Yeah.
raised by some old school ass Haitians, it drives me crazy. Let me ask Pop, do you know what the bipolar is? So I was like, what is that? I know Pop, you would be like, what? Bipolar? You
That's funny.
that to a old school Haitian, they just gonna be like, what the fuck is that? What is that?
Don't know what
But
it is.
you know the things that you were saying, Joe, that you were hitting on earlier about like you know what the woman needs, like that spirit, you know, that they need to have that loving spirit, but it just has to be mutual. It's like a business kind of like if she gives you 100, you give her 100. You know, like it can't be her giving you 100, you give her 50 or 25. You don't know. Like one thing I learned from my mom is that you don't ever know who you're gonna marry. You don't know who's it. But you know what? You go in there like that person isn't. You get hurt, you get hurt. But you know one thing that you can live with though, moving forward, I gave it my all. I gave it my all. So it don't even matter. I gave it my all. I don't want to be one of those guys, oh shit, or one of those girls. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't give that my all. So I don't know, man. Maybe that relationship could have been it. You know, so like when Batman was saying, that's why I can't just be in love. I get it. I get it. You don't have to be. Not when she's just a girlfriend, you know what I mean?
Well, no, you gotta explain that part of why not to be in love, because the audience does not know that. You gotta explain what Batman was saying.
Oh, Batman, as a man, protects his heart. He would rather the woman just be in love because that's women's strengths. They're emotional creatures, and they have the woman, the woman intuition. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily work for us as guys. we just go. What Batman was basically saying is for all my men and women, because I gotta say this to women: protect your heart. You're a little iffy about this person. You could still go as hard, but you need to have this real conversation internally in yourself. Like, yo, I think this person is gonna do some fucked up shit, and I'm gonna find out, and I'm not even gonna go crazy because I already thought about this. If people were forward thinkers and they would think about situations, they wouldn't be so surprised when it happened. Like, hold on, every single night, she leaves the room and she's on the phone with somebody for 5-10 minutes and comes back in all smiley and shit. She does that 2 or 3 times a week. She tell me that we gonna hang out, or she's always at work late, or he's always at work late, and I'm calling. And they said that they're in the office by themselves. There's no managers around, so why can't you pick up the phone for some reason? Like all these little things. I've seen it. I have a guy training me right now. Shit, shit. His woman was calling him up, and he getting ready to smash his side piece. This woman stayed in the parking lot, Joe, for an hour and a half waiting for the dick to come. Like, committed to get it. And she know he got a woman at home, man, but yo, that is crazy. But he told me his problem as a man, he just can't say no if it keeps coming to him. He has a sleeper. He has a bed in his truck. So she just hops in, and then it gets real dark. You can't see anything. He smashes her in the parking lot every night. She wants it in the morning, and she wants it when they get off of work. So he is dealing with that. And I'm like, sometimes he has to literally tell his girl at home, I don't have the energy. I can't. I'm like, yo, you cannot live that double life. You give her 2 rounds. How the fuck are you going to give your girl 2 rounds? At that point, your meat's going to fall off. Your meat's going to fall off. I don't even know if your meat is strong because you smoke cigarettes.
Most
like, it's not going to be strong at all, man.
Yo! They smoke cigarettes. I don't know how you got the energy. But, man, oh, God. I didn't want to get off topic, but I got to get off topic a little bit here. Yo, that was the funniest shit I think I've heard in a while. But no, these things, first of all, these things are true. Men are weak to women because of the sex appeal, obviously. But if a woman is trying to give herself to you and give you that pussy, like it's most niggas, it's hard to say no. But the only way you say no is if you're in love. And this is where that debate goes in. This is why if you don't give your full heart to that individual person, this is what happens. You find a way to give it. You find that other percentage that you're not giving it to, you're going to give it to another female.
There you go. But the thing is, you must make that decision wisely, because you have too many people. Oh, man, they left me. And here we go again. That cycle, Joe, it never is. So you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to drink myself to death. I'm going to black out drunk all the time. I'm going to sniff some of this, sniff some of that. I'm going to get on these pills. I'm going to just be wild. And then I'm going to blame it on that person. You didn't have a real conversation. You got to have that real conversation with yourself internally. You just have to.
It's just very interesting to see how, like, some men really do that stuff. Like, they go in the car, they go fucking the parking lot, and it
started with him training a woman. That's why that should be dangerous. It started with him training a woman. If you're training a woman on a truck, you're with her. That's a lot of intimate time. You're driving 10 hours a day. You don't think you're going to have a freaky conversation at some point? If my manager's like, hey, Robin, you gonna train this girl? I'm be like, no, I'm good. I already know I have a cool ass personality. A female will like it because I stand out. I listen. Oh man, he listens to me. Oh, he cares about me. Emotion.
That's yeah, because women are emotional creatures. It's yeah by heart, except for the females that are in Miami. I don't know why, but those females in Miami, they are like niggas themselves.
Wow, it's not good.
Cause niggas over there they've been fucking these dimes cold heartedly. Like they just don't give a fuck.
They don't.
They
You
just
know.
they just fuck the next bitch, and doing shit. There was a quick story, this happened over here. One of my homies, he just got engaged, right? He got engaged to his longtime girlfriend. And the same week of that whole engagement thing, he was writing this girl that my homie knew that he was like about to give up everything I have just to be with you in Miami. And I'm like, yo, you're in Tallahassee and you're engaged to your wife, to your fiance. Why are you doing that? Just to find out he already got another girl pregnant and his fiance pregnant, so he having two jits already. So, yo, where is your mental make? Like, that's a dude that's crying out for help, but he's doing it within actions. Like, what is going on with you?
He's two headaches. He's about to deal with two headaches.
Oh. It's just like, and a lot of people are upset at the side girl because she doesn't want to get an abortion. Well, why do you think she don't want to get an abortion? Maybe because Buddy was feeding her so much like positive, like you're the only one, you're all I want, and all this stuff.
That shit real.
And she's already stuck in that way. She ain't about to just let that shit go. And she ain't about to. You've been feeding her this stuff, these things, and this is what happened. So yes, sometimes men, yo, y'all motherfuckers think with y'all dicks only and not y'all fucking heads. That shit is bad. That shit is horrible. Your head is all over the place. And sometimes you need to say, fuck this shit. Let me back the fuck up. Let me not get nobody in the picture. And let me just figure out myself and know what the fuck I want before I do anything else. What you gotta do sometimes, you gotta sacrifice some pussy so you can get your mental makeup together. It's all right. It's all right. Some people can multitask. Some people can't. If you know you can't multitask, do not put multiple tasks on your plate. Have one fucking thing on your plate. If you can't eat it all, don't eat it all. Separate it. Take the time. Get a little carrots here. Get a little peas there. Then you may go into your steak. But if you know your steak is gonna get cold and you want to hurry up and eat it, no. Take your time. Exactly. Even if it gets cold, you can always put it back in the microwave. You can reheat it. But motherfuckers don't want to reheat their food. They like it when it first comes out and it's fresh. They feel like they can't get another chance. Yeah, you can. It's called microwave. Yep. And in this case, it's called communication. Talk it back up. Bring the conversation back up. You can always get back to that. That's crazy. You gotta understand. Y'all gotta have a confidence level within yourselves. Like, look, listen, this girl, she don't want me right now, but let me get my shit together, and I'll come back and address her and see what's up. My shit is together now. So what's going on? What's good with you? But you gotta have that swag, that je ne sais quoi, that feel, that pimping in your bone. That's gonna tell you like you gonna get her. If you confident, you gonna get her. You gonna get her.
A man with purpose is attractive, man.
I'm trying to tell you, a man with a purpose
is attractive.
A man with a plan is always the best thing in the world, man.
Right.
I'm telling
I ain't gonna lie to you. A woman who may not have a plan or not knowing, okay, what she want to do, at least at the moment, but you know what you gonna do. It'll give her the time to figure out what she gonna do, but she must show a sense of initiative to figure that out. You know, ain't no like laying on the couch and watching TV all day long. Let's figure it out. Like me getting my CDL motivated my wife, and she's like, you know what? He's doing something. He had a degree. You know what? I there's a couple things that I want to do too. And I was okay with that. But before she said that, she was like, you know what? You may have to work to just pay the bills. I'm just hating this job life. And I was completely fine with that. It didn't bother me because she helped me get to that point. Shit, all those payments, the down payment to get in the damn program, that was us. That was a team effort. A woman, and let me tell you what a virtuous woman is. A woman that is supportive, and will this may sound selfish to some women, Joe. They might get mad about this, but a woman that supports the man's vision first, her vision will be accomplished. Because we spoil our women so much that it gets us in trouble. And then you got some guys that spoil women so much, Joe, they're in this hole that you and I try to throw them the rope down there, try to help them get up. Them niggas can't even find the rope. Where's the rope at, Robin? I thought you threw it down. I did throw it down. You're not reaching for it. No, Robin, is that? No. You ain't reaching for that shit. You're not even looking for it. Your eyes are still closed. You don't even think I'm trying to help you. Open your fucking eyes and grab the rope so I can pull your ass up. You know what I mean? Like, that's how deep some guys be in. And not only guys, but women too. I've met some women where I'm like, yo, you went out with this guy? You telling me, okay, so he had no car. All right, cool, whatever. But you had a car. And he's planning your schedule. He's planning your schedule. Hey, you're going to take me here. You're going to take me here. Sounds like more of a user to me. Maybe one place a day. Maybe one place a day. Maybe job, but all that is Uber and Lyft for. And so, because one of my cousins, she was going out with a bum. And I could have told her that shit. Have a real conversation with me. Hey, Rob, what does a man look like? I ain't gonna lie. I was that guy who didn't have no fucking car. I was that guy actually.
Man, we all had that situation though, dog. Like the girl I was with at the time, she had her mom just gave her car because her mom just bought a new car, and I was using that car to get to work.
It's okay. You do this, she does that. You might have used it to go to your job. Then when you got off, she used it to go to her job. As long as you guys are working together, you guys could amount.
No, my situation was different. I was the only one working. She wasn't working.
But you needed her so you could actually go get some bread. You see what I'm saying?
No,
you guys worked
together. But what was crazy was whenever the car needed maintenance or fixing or anything like that, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I took care of the car like it was my car, even though it really wasn't my car. But the whole point of me having the car was to go to work, and I would work in the morning. She didn't have a job yet, but the whole thing was we were waiting up until I had my own car, so then she could eventually go find a job. She was waiting so I could save up money so I can get my car. And then once I had my car and I was already established with a vehicle, then she was going to go get a job. Mm-hmm. And that was our whole thing. And mind you, we're in a dorm. This is college life, freshman, sophomore, stuff like that. So that's what I was doing. Right. And then once I got my car, that's when she went to go look for a job, and that's when she got a job. So we both have a job, we both have cars, and we're on our way and we're working. So that stuff is different compared to somebody that's, yo, Bethany, let me get that car, and gone all day, all night, and doesn't come tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Right.
Y'all girls gotta realize, like, if a nigga is doing some constant shit like that, you gotta let him go. A nigga don't got a car by the age of 30. That's a problem.
What? Oh my God. Yo,
that's a problem. It don't gotta be the flyest car in the world, trust me. Yeah. But if it gets you to point A to point B, he got it. You know what I'm saying? He got a car. You gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, y'all gotta realize users are gonna be users.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nigga can't get a car. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Everybody's situation is different. Sometimes you had a car and it got repoed. Now it's hard for you to get a car. You don't have high credit. You don't have a job. You don't have income. Things of that nature are understandable, and that is understandable. However, if he has a job, but he doesn't have a car, and he has decent credit,
mm-hmm.
I mean, sounds like he's making excuses. He's being a user.
Yeah.
Just saying. You gotta see the scenarios, and you gotta add everything up and carry your ones, add your twos, and you'll see the solution. I'm trying to tell you.
I was thinking about asking Tyran to get on the show today, Joe, but I forgot to do it. It's like, I would have loved to hear his side of the story because he was giving that shit everything he had. But he was just doing it from just a job standpoint. He never found it. He was not in his purpose spirit. Living in his purpose type spirit. When you build that spirit, you build positivity within yourself. You build self-esteem within yourself. You realize just how important you are to so many people's lives. Like that's what men and women need to find. You need to walk in your purpose, and you can't be with somebody that doesn't help you find that purpose. They're just like existing. I don't like people
Exactly.
I had a serious conversation with Seth, and I was like, yo, get out of this point where you're just existing. Appreciate life, appreciate the sun, just appreciate life, man. You just don't understand because like I told her, I went to Haiti, man. Like I know what it's fucking like without no dog. Remember that bed that we slept on? It was you, me, and Poppy. This little fucking bed.
I
3
don't
people.
remember that shit.
You don't remember? Yo,
I don't remember that.
I don't even know how we slept.
My memory really didn't kick in until I was like 6, 7. Like I didn't start remembering things, so I was like 6, 7.
Crazy, man. But I remember his stuff. I can remember it for us, but you know what was crazy? What stood out to me is it never mattered where our parents took us. It never mattered that we had to walk 30 minutes to go to fucking Winn-Dixie with mommy, carrying all the groceries, you and me, walking in the same speed when we were going there, and then walking with the same speed back when we go back home. Not a single complaint. Not a single. This is when you should have realized how different you were. I never complained. Man, why do we have to walk all the way? Mommy, why don't you have a car? Why did we never said that shit. There must yo like that spirit right
We thought that was life, bro.
there.
We're kids. We're kids. We don't know about the whole things about life, about knowing if you need a car and things like that. We're young, bro. We're like what, 10, 9, 10 years old, bro. We were just happy to get out the house.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wow.
And
So
we was going somewhere.
I think you were 7 and I was 9, man. I just remember the energy. But like I said, when I was seeing that, and I was seeing when my dad didn't have a job, and my mom wasn't fucking bugging the shit out of him. They weren't even arguing or nothing like that. And I'm like, yo, I'm just observing this as a kid. I paid attention to everything in their relationship. And then, and that's probably, why my wife be just be like, man, nothing really bothers you. You just, I was like, it's because nothing really bothered my parents. They didn't have friends coming over. They weren't playing Uno. They weren't playing dominoes. And they slept just fine every single night. Every single night. And she'd be like, how come it doesn't bother me?
But don't you think like that's a very interesting thing? Like I'm looking at my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at how mommy and poppy were. They didn't have friends come over. I mean, granted, they had some friends, but they didn't have friends like playing dominoes and things of that nature. And they don't have like family members that come over and play and do all these different things. Like, yeah, they have family that'll come over and things like that, but that'll be during the day, midday. Nobody comes at night and do all that stuff, except Kylie for some reason. I don't understand. She needs to get out of her house. But that's a whole different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at that and I'm like, yo, I don't have no friends that normally come over, to like hang out and play games. Like I got a couple of my friends like, yeah, let's go out, let's go out, but not to come in and play games. And I'm trying to figure out why is that?
Like why they want to go out and like go to
why I don't have people to come over to play games, or why I don't have friends to come over and just vibe out and chill. Like that's not really a big thing. And I'm wondering if that's more so of our culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really see that with a lot of Haitians that have that mindset of like, oh, we need to have a game night, or we need to have this night. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really hear that. But when you see that with no, like how my dad always say, Black American, like Black, African Americans, pretty much. He would say they have it's a thing. Like they have game night, they have friends come over, they have things. It's just very interesting to see, and I'm wondering how close we really are. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm wondering if that's how close we are.
Yeah, because even though they didn't have any of that stuff, man, they kept the family together, man. In a sense, it kind of protected us because when they were coming over, it was never anything good. I'm talking about Gabi being crazy and all that bullshit. Like, and then T-Bot laying on the couch every
but
single day.
T-Bot was straight though. T-Bot was straight. He was working. It's just when he Just when that thing happened.
So stupid, man. But but the key of this, what we're trying to say is that you always be ready. One thing I've noticed that is working in our relationship, me and my wife's relationship, and every other relationship that I'm somebody's friend in and all that. I'm always ready to play my role. You know what I mean? I'm always ready. Like
Yeah.
maybe Joe, you call me up and you just need me to listen, or maybe the next time you call me up, now you want me to give you my support or give you my input. And I have to be ready. I just got to be ready, and I got to be okay with playing that role. I don't need to be the center of attention. Maybe one day on the phone, it's all about you, and you don't even know nothing about my day, and I got to be okay with that. I gotta live with that. And it's like that's how we team up. Sometimes in my marriage, I had to watch the kids while she was at work. I had to be okay with that. And then I would go to work later on, but I was making a sacrifice. Sometimes I was doing mommy stuff, and I had to be okay with that. This is literally how a relationship works, and it's not rocket science to figure it out. I remember when she was reading Steve Harvey's book, she's like, "Babe, do you agree with this? Because I know you're a man. Look at this." I was like, "Man, fuck this stupid dog." His perspective, that shit dead as fuck. Dead as fuck. Oh, she gotta understand that you gotta work and be away from her for long, extended periods of times. Nah, nigga, that's not especially growing up in a Haitian household. Parents that were born and raised in Haiti, you tell them you don't want to see them. Oh man, and my mom is the queen of holding grudges. The queen. Anybody that's in a grudge with mommy right now, I'm like, dog, I don't know if mommy's gonna give in and just tell you something.
I'm just trying to figure this out. So, I mean, I've read a little bit of that Steve Harvey book. I find some things to be very interestingly stupid, but then again, I don't know.
You're an idiot.
But it's a perspective. Once again, his perspective is his perspective.
I
It's
think,
only you only disagree. That's it. But
don't you think, Joe, everybody just needs to find the answers to their story? That's literally what it is. Like, I don't need to be dropping money.
it's just
Come on, man. Like, you know what I mean?
no, no. This is how I view it. What works for him works for him. What works for you, that doesn't necessarily works. What he does may not work for you, but what works for him works for him. You don't follow you don't follow people, because if you follow people, it's just a continuing thing. Like, you're gonna probably be stuck in the same situation. You gotta learn from your mistakes and better it. It's all you gotta do. If this is not working for you in your favor, why continue to do the same shit? Let's keep it real. Only an idiot does the same shit. Not I'm not calling you an idiot. I'm not saying you're an idiot, but an idiot does that.
So you think
There's a saying for that.
a follower can find a solution, Joe? You think a follower
A,
can
a follower will follow the person that is successful. They will just follow a person that is successful. Why? Because they see that they have success. So obviously you're gonna follow someone that has success, right? Someone that has, vision. People listen and find their things mentorish, and they're gonna go into that realm, which is perfectly fine. There's no beef about that. But once again, what works for him works for him. That's what he did in order for him to succeed. Doesn't necessarily works for you. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
You just gotta find different things.
Man, and just to hit on another topic, man. I want to say this to my men and my women. Like when you are in a relationship and you're on top, and your significant other is struggling financially, please don't treat that person like they ain't shit.
Any
Um,
don't treat them any less than
don't
what
treat them, yeah,
what they, yeah. Don't do that.
just
Don't treat them less.
and it's just money. The money doesn't show me your character. Your money doesn't show me what you do in the dark now. Your money,
But money does take away headaches, dog.
it does.
It takes away headaches, takes away stress, helps provide gain, puts you in an interesting place that could exceed your position in life. You gotta understand, yeah, money isn't everything, but money is something, a big something, all capitals on something.
Just don't use it for evil because it will get addictive. Not that I know, but what I've seen, it seems like when you do it once, you're gonna do it all over. You're gonna do it again and again and again. Oh shit, somebody, you want to get this district attorney to change a call that they made or something, and then you tell them, hey, I know your loyalty could be bought. How much do you need? 500,000, 300,000, and then they say, I want that, and I want some dick or some pussy, depending on who's talking. You know what I mean? Like, and I literally see that. That shit actually goes on in the world, man. You will have a whole judge change a call because they slept with the lawyer or they slept with like, it's crazy just for a little need. Just for a little need, man. But ultimately, what we trying to say is that for a woman to have that wifey spirit in her spirit, she must have these. She has to be following these guidelines mentally. First of all, I love a woman with. I just got to speak for me because Joe, maybe your answers might be different. First of all, I love a positive woman.
Yeah.
Positive. Mm-hmm. There's women that
I think every man can agree with that, dog. There's nobody that wants a negative woman. There's nobody that wants a negative woman.
A sense of humor, by the way. Another thing right below that, a great sense of humor. I don't want to be with some serious ass woman that don't laugh. Like, too much funny shit happening in the world for us not to laugh. A couple times, hey, fuck, it makes us live long. Come on, man. And then one that has an amazing work ethic.
Amazing what? Work ethic? Okay.
Because if I can go to war for this family, you got to be able to do the same. You may not match my effort, but goddamn it, come close to it. Come close to it. Shit, And what's another thing? And like I always say too, the sex, man. She can't be like the typical, how some of these yes man motherfuckers be on TV, on YouTube saying, oh my God, no, she shouldn't do it. Blah. If she don't feel like doing it, she shouldn't have to do it. Man, it's not all about the sex. But motherfucker, the older I get, I realize just how much I need that shit. Like, that shit is important to me, man. Like, and I remember when I was getting premarital counseling, this man told me that shit. The number one important thing to a man is sex. I was like, man, because society made me feel like I had to feel guilty if that was the case for me as a man. No, you can't be that way. No, they don't fucking know what they're talking about. I always tell my wife, yo.
But let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What is too much sex though? When is too much sex? When is that too much sex?
I've never been to that point.
Because you gotta understand, like, all right, I understand you find sex very important, and I find sex important too, because obviously you want to be with someone that satisfies you physically as well as mentally, because sex is a mental thing. If people don't understand that, because it helps your mental be balanced and parallel. But as far as that, like, what is too much sex? Because you gotta understand, if somebody's giving you constant sex every day, all the time, like, do you want sex every single day?
Every single day? Nah. For me, I can tell you my number is shit. Every other day would work for me. Every other day would work for me. Some guys, they want it every day.
Now, question, right? Mm-hmm. You said every other day. Yeah. Are you going to, like, a lot of females say this, and I'm just speaking, I'm being devil's advocate here as far as that, but a lot of females would say, you're gonna get used to my pussy. Now you're not gonna want my pussy, and you're gonna go find a pussy that's gonna feel different.
Nah, if your woman has that fire, that's the man who has, Joe, the thing is though, before he stuck it in the pussy, he already had that mindset. It wasn't because of the girl that happened. He did have that mindset. I never have gone into a relationship as a man and I was like, yo, I'm about to get tired of the pussy. What? That's one of the greatest things that was ever created in this world. What?
But I'm just because there's some people like that, dog. They go in, they like, man,
right. And they don't spice it up.
The same. But the thing, but that's what I was going to get into. Ladies, 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 ladies. The same lay on my back, spread my legs is not gonna help. It's not where it's at. You gotta switch it up.
Yep.
Spin it out. Get some tricks. Do some flips. Do something. I'm saying you can't do the same thing every single time. Role play. You know what I'm saying? Do different things.
Flirt all day with each other.
Exactly. Continue the marital part as if you guys are still dating and still trying to know each other. The moment you do that, the longer the relationship will last.
That's it. Exactly.
That is it.
That's
it, man.
Some women, they want to make excuses. I'm a lazy fuck. Why are you a lazy fuck? Look, everything in your life, you don't want lazy attached to it. You don't want that word around anything, because let me tell you something.
Lazy, but don't lazy and half-ass. Two different things, but lazy and half-ass. Because somebody could say, I did this, but they did half of what they said they were gonna do, or they do a portion of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be it. It'd be half-assing. I don't need no half-ass dime. Because if you half-ass, you're gonna half-ass in sex. You're gonna half-ass in food. You're gonna half-ass in your abilities in life. You're gonna half-ass with your journeys. You're gonna half-ass with just everything else that you could possibly do that could make a significant change in your life. But no, you want to half-ass it. So then what? What am I left with? A half-ass woman, a half-ass wife, and then I'm gonna have some half-ass kids. You see what I'm saying?
Because she is the soil. So where you gonna plant your seed in? If that soil is trash,
my kids follow suit. It's that simple. Don't get me wrong. They're gonna have some strong characters or some strong characteristics or some strong power in them, but that other half is gonna come from the mother. And if she half-assed, then what?
Yeah, you're right. God, like I said, in a big thing, I think a lot of women, like, honestly, like, I think you and I, we had this conversation, Joe, where we were saying, dog, like, men are held such accountable to such high-ass standards, and you don't really hear women talking about how they could be better with. Like, I know it ain't just me who noticed that. I've been like, hold up, this ain't adding up right. Why are we? It's only us. I thought you was part of the party too, man. It takes two people to make a kid. I thought.
Take two people to tango.
Yo, we gotta grow together now. We gotta grow together now, man. And so, but I feel like, though, if there's great leaders of men in this world, the women, like, I don't know what it is, but a woman respects a man that's a great leader. Like, they respect, like my wife always tells me, I wish I could work half as hard as you. You are just boom, 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 boom. And that's one thing I got from my dad. The work ethic. That work ethic is serious. I got it from my dad. And my mom works hard too. So you have two parents that what do you think they're gonna produce? You think I was gonna be lazy? We still are working on our sister. She might listen to this podcast, but we were getting on. She's still working on Jenny. Unfortunately, not all of us. That shit went into.
It didn't go in.
Shout out to Jenny.
What happened? I still love her. I still love her to death. But I'm just saying. She just didn't want to get part of that train right there.
Yeah, but you're right, though.
She hopped on. She seen how hard it was. She hopped right the fuck off.
I think I think at some point she's gonna change it around. Already got a license, already about to graduate from college, catching the bus every day, not complaining about it, walking.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah.
I think it's starting to come together. For some people, it just takes a little longer. Because I'm letting Jenny know, ain't nobody gonna give you shit in this world, man. You gotta go out there and you gotta go get it.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
You gotta have a woman that's willing to do that too. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, whether society wants to say to you or not, you're basically a married couple at some point when your levels of your feelings, the way you guys feel for each other, reaches a certain point. But for some reason, we need the government to tell us that, hey, you guys are now married. But you guys could
Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean, I guess. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
man.
mainly when you get married, it's a business decision, dog. That's really what it is. All it is.
The system wasn't designed to help. I guarantee you, if more couples would grow up and more couples would realize, hold up, if we don't solve this shit ourselves, they're gonna try to solve it for us. Now you're gonna have the fucked up spouse or the fucked up person that cheated on you, beat your ass up. Now you have to pay them what is it, 50 or 60%? I don't even know, just outrageous amounts of money for the rest of their lives. Something
I have
called
no idea.
alimony. What?
Alimony.
When did you make this? I thought marriage was supposed to be something peaceful, but the thing is, yo, we have to
Sign a
solve
prenup.
problems as a people. As a people.
Prenup.
Yeah. As a people though, man, you got to solve these problems. But yeah, Joe, this one is good. This one is good because I got to give a shout out to Chad Johnson. I know you follow the I Am Athlete podcast, and you see the growth in Chad. He changed. He's actually trying to propose. This woman is bad, by the way. Good shit, Chad. Good shit. But you know, like I'm saying though, Chad, he's doing his thing to see somebody who was a playboy for a minute. He finally realized that shit is kind of boring.
No, you want some stability in your life. You can't constantly always have different women.
Yeah,
it's annoying.
Yes,
it's annoying, man. It's annoying sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, it gets annoying, and it gets old. You know,
it does.
trying to keep up constantly, it gets old.
And so far, I would say, shout out to Channing Crowder and his wife. I love how much they just love each other. You don't see that shit enough. It, like that was beautiful, man. I was like, wow, I see you, Channing. Like, and they're so open about it. I like people like that. Show what the fuck a great relationship looks like. Don't keep it a fucking private. Nigga, the world needs to see that shit. God damn it. You know, when people breaking up, fighting, women killing their boyfriends or boyfriends killing their girl. Like, yo, show the fucking world. Don't keep that a secret because it's positive. It's positive. Fucking throw that positiveness up in the fucking air, man, and it will revolve around, dog. So it'll touch somebody's life. Don't be selfish with that shit. That's why. And remember, Joe, I told you. That's why I was like, yo, Channing Crowder is just. I didn't know he was gonna be so good at this podcast shit, but he's my favorite one.
He's real good. He's real good.
He makes.
I like Fred. I like Fred too. Fred. He has that intellect. He has that real good intellect. Make you think. But Channing, he just open and shit. Like real open.
I don't like that. This nigga can't even admit that he smashed his wife, man. I know, but he won't say no. But goddamn, nigga, you ain't gotta tell us what you do in the bedroom if you don't want to. But you know, at least try to participate. Don't let it just be one guy. Why can't niggas ever just be in sync with each other?
And he like I said, like I understand where Fred come from. You don't understand, like remember you're more of the direct person. You're in your face. You don't get no more like you know, and Fred is more laid back and chill and let everybody have their time, let everybody have their turn, you know, and he don't want to disclose so much information, you know. So I'm like that too. I'm like that too, dog. Like I don't like people. Like I've learned to not have so much people in my business. Like I don't like a lot of people in my business. It's just one of those things. Like I'm not trying to hide anything, but at the same time, it's like I like my peace and I like to keep it that way. And for me to constantly like have to explain or say what's going on in my life, like yo, where my woman with it? My woman here, bro. Is she here? Just don't worry about it. Like I'm not gonna not say she not here or not with me, but what I am gonna tell you is, you know, we do our thing too. You know what I'm saying? We do our thing. I'll talk to you about a couple stuff, but I ain't gonna say everything. Channing will fuck around and tell you how he had her, what he had her in, what was going on, what role play, what they was doing. I think it's dope though, but
we would be dog. Me and Channing Crowder ever meet each other, boy, it's gonna be long ass conversation. Long ass conversation, man. That's crazy. I had more in common with the guy than I even realized. I remember when I saw him at Griffin Park, I wanted to see Joey Porter, but probably wouldn't even have had anything in common with Joey Porter. Yeah, man. But yeah, that podcast is cool, man. Shout out to those guys. What they doing is special. You know, you need Because boy, they were missing Channing when he was gone. This other dread dude that came out, I was like, man, who's this guy, dog?
He's a reporter.
Where you at? Where you
He's a
at,
report.
Channing?
He's a report. He's a reporter. He's a reporter.
I was like, yeah, get this nigga out the show, man. Where's Channing at? Don't do that, man. Keep Channing on the show, dog. But I hope everybody really got some nuggets today, mainly ladies, but the guys too. We're not scared to call them out, dog. We're not scared, dog. We want more. When men really come together and they unite, and I know it's really dangerous too when black men unite, dog. But when I'm talking like men in general together, and no man has this agenda like, yo, I'm about to make this guy be like me, or I'm gonna make this guy be like me. That's when we really gonna unite. It seems like every guy has an agenda. Yo, I'm gonna try to convert this dude. I'm gonna try to convert this guy. Maybe we can make him like sports more, or maybe we can make this guy be in religion more. You know, be attend a couple Bible studies a week. No, nigga. Fuck that shit. Let's what? I'm just telling you the hidden agendas that I be seeing out here. That shit crazy. Robin, you be a good deacon at the church. What? Me?
No. I don't think so.
I don't even care about that stuff. But anyway, dog. Yeah, dog. It's real because I gotta share this because I love everybody that follows the podcast, man. But just this year has been horrible in a lot of ways. COVID, Kobe Bryant passing away, all these great people passing away. But this year was also good. If there was something that you achieved this year that you tried to achieve in previous years and you got it done this year wasn't all bad.
Exactly.
I'm going into 2021 with some heavy ass momentum. I hope you are too, Joe. I know you wanted to talk about goals for a minute. What are your goals that you're trying to hit in 2021?
No, so what was crazy is that when I was, because I had woke up late and I was supposed to do a podcast with you around like 1 o'clock. As you can see, it's almost 4. So you can tell me what I was doing. Sleep. Anyways, but anyway, so me and my girl, we had a conversation, and we were talking about like she wanted to know like what was my goals for 2021, and I was like, I have several goals and things of that nature, and we talked about it a couple nights ago, or was it last night? I forgot. Might have been on Christmas, but we were talking about it, and then this morning, I came into my room and I was just like, like just about to get ready to get on the podcast, and then made a whole list, right, and wrote it down, and I told her everything that I wanted to do, and so far it was like I'm looking at the list, and I was looking at it like, damn, I got a lot of things that I need to do, right? And I'm like, damn, like, does that make me like does that tell me like I'm not perfect? That shows right there I'm not perfect. That shows that I need things. I need to work on a lot of things, right? So a couple of things that I put on there was just improve my credit, right? My body, obviously, gaining more muscle, because I've been working out already, but I want to stay at consistent at 220, 220 with muscle, and have my body fat drop down, because my body fat is at 16%. I want it to at least 10%, right? But with 10% body fat, I have to make sure my muscles are still there too. So, self-love, read more, educate yourself more, things like that. And also, working on my relationship with her and networking, right? And also budgeting, because, I am one to spend. I do make a decent amount of money working for the city. So, I like to spend. I like to treat myself and treat my significant other. So, it's just one of those things like learning the budget, and that's one of those things that I wanted to do. So, we wrote a lot of things for me. Later on, we're going to write this stuff down for her. But it was just good to see your goals written down and to analyze them and see how you can attack them, right? Because now it's written down. Now it's up to you to attack your goals and get them accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
You know, are you in the midst of doing it? Are you in the process of doing these things? And you'll look at some of the things and you'll see like, hey, like my credit score, I've been attacking. I've been telling you about credit for a minute now,
Yeah.
and you can obviously tell like I've been doing my research about it. My body, I'm in the gym more. You know, I'm doing these things. My income, I wanted income. I need another source of income. You know, we're doing this podcast. You know, that's one thing. You know, but there's other things out there that I need to do as far as that my relationship. I need to work on that too. Networking. You know, I'm about to get. I'm in my what my third year of college now, so I'm almost there. You know, I got one more year left after that, and I'll be done. You know, so networking and building and joining organizations on campus. And she challenged me to meet 10 new people. I don't know how that's gonna. I'm working on that because I don't really like opening up is easy.
You're talking to somebody who could do that on regular.
Yeah, no, you could do that on the regular. You probably meet 10 people in one day. Um,
Yeah, I
I know.
definitely can. But Joe,
I
believe it or
know.
not, dog, I be chilling, man. I be chilling. I could do it because I did it for 4 years. I built it. It was a habit. It used to be
Yeah,
hard.
man. And you know, I'm just looking at all these. I'm looking at all my things, man. You know, and it's just I got a lot of work to do this coming new year, and you
Be
know,
proud.
it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. It kind of at first when I looked at it, I was like, man, I got a problem, dog. These are things that I feel like I've said over the past couple of years, and I have not accomplished them at all. But to see them written down is like, dang, I got a lot of work to do,
Mhm.
you know.
On
And
your
it's and
year.
it's like and it's like you got to attack this. You
Yep.
really do. You can't let it. You can't just let it sit here and don't attack it. So you know, it's just interesting to see. But yeah, so what are some of your goals going into 2021? You know.
Well, one obviously, man, is to grow this podcast, but with my heart being right. You know, when I first started, I used to look at the numbers every day. I used to be this and that, and then I don't know when this happened. I stopped looking at it. I stopped looking at it, and then all of a sudden it was easier to do the show. When you're always looking at the numbers, it might be hard for you to do the show because you're like, oh fuck, man, why am I not there? Why am I not? But yo, you gotta realize, bro, 1,300 people have listened to your podcast. Like you've had 1,300 plays, yo. You were in like a whole bunch of states are listening to you. Then you got a couple countries, France. Merci. Tout le monde moi qui tendait moi non France. Merci,
First,
merci Robert.
first of all, that's Creole.
I
You
know.
didn't even hit.
Yeah, but they know what I'm saying, kid. You know that bonjour to all my French people. You know, like I'm trying, kid, but they know, man. It's nothing but love. They probably
Oh,
at it. Whenever I see somebody from France, I don't even speak French to them. I just start speaking Creole, and some of them speak it right back to me because they know. They know, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to Puerto Rico. We got people listening everywhere. Romania, I don't even know where that is. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Like, yo, we got people listening from all over. From all over, man. And we're gonna keep going hard for you guys. Like episodes like this, thank Joe, everybody. He was the one who said we gotta stay focused on one topic and we gotta go. And that's what we doing. And that's what we doing, man. Hey, yo, Joe, you still there? Your screen froze.
mhm. Oh no, I'm still here. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just the screen froze of your face. You stuck in that when you started laughing. But yeah, man, like oh, now I can see you. You good. But yeah, man,
Uh,
we good, man. Like this year, man, go after your goals. But I wanted to go after all my goals with the passion that I started with before I even cared about money. So this year, trucking. Next year, at some point, I want to be an owner operator. I want to do my own thing. And then also, my homeboy, this is from networking with my trainer at work, the guy training me. He's like, yo, I got a homeboy who makes $2,000 a day trading. $2,000 a day? What? Yo, what's his number? I was like, hold on, let me get a couple checks in at this job. I'm meeting with him. We're going to talk. I would love to make an extra $2,000 a day.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? While I'm doing it, come on, man, let's go wherever. The thing is, I realize I need to do everything that I love, and all of the positive will come with it if I just keep doing it like as if I was getting paid. You know what I mean? Like I just gotta do it. Everybody, don't be so greedy
for the money, but you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to be sometimes, because money, enjoyment and laughter and love for your job doesn't always pay the bills. Let's just keep it real. But the moment you find enjoyment in what you do, the better the job is gonna be. So, I mean,
Right, and another goal too is to be able to go, obviously, to Miami to go see mommy and poppy, see you and Jenny a lot more. That's the goal. Bring Aaliyah and Gabby around them so they can be exposed to the culture. Mommy was just telling me that Aaliyah and Gabby look like some real Haitians. She was telling me that. We were FaceTiming the other day during Christmas. She was like, they look like real Haitians, man. It's like we gotta see them. And we gotta do that. And I want us to be in a good position because Poppy's gonna be retired next year. So that means whatever the government can't give him and Social Security, guess what? He's gonna finally ask for help. I want us to at least be ready, Joe. I want us to at least be ready. So I'm gonna do everything I love. And I told Steph, I'm doing the podcast hard. I'm gonna be doing the day trading hard and the trucking hard. And those three things, saving up money, investing in the businesses, because I want to be able to go to meetings with you, Joe. Hey, yo, Joe, there's a couple businesses that are trying to pitch. They want us to invest. Come check this out. Let me know if this is a good business we can invest in. And now we're making money in businesses. We gave them the money to start their businesses, and now that shit will pay us for the rest of our lives. That's the money that I want to get to at some point. Like, and that these are the things that that we need to do, and then the oversized loads, I was telling you about that. I'm gonna do even more homework on it. My homeboy has a homeboy that does that. My bad. I keep turning my head because I keep hearing all this sound. I'm just making sure we ain't got another mice trying to creep up on me, but it's just the leaves outside. But like I said, though, like my homeboy has a homeboy who does oversized loads. This guy makes $15,000 a week. Like, yo, that's fucking good. Especially where I live, where the cost of living ain't. No, I could afford to live anywhere if that's the case. If that's what I'm making a week. I could live anywhere. But guess what? I'm going back to Florida because I'm tired of this cold. You Kansas and Missourians, y'all can have this shit. Oh, and we got 3 days where it's about to be, where we got snow coming down hard for 3 straight days over here. Great. What a way to start.
Not going to be able to do it. No, sir. Not me. Not going to be able to do it. Can't do it.
And that's the goal, Joe. And then next year, I want to at least be talking to a real estate agent on helping us find a spot in that area where Andy had the Airbnb at for us.
You sure you want to go in that area?
Mm-hmm. I like it.
You positive?
Yeah. I've thought about it a lot, Joe. It took me a few months to come to that decision because Steph was ready to do it that same day.
You know, I'm not ready. That. I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't like that area too much. To be.
Oh, you don't like it?
I mean, it's nice, but
it's just up and coming.
I just don't see myself living there. If that makes sense.
Right. Oh man, dog, it's all good, man. Who knows if that's where we gonna land? Who knows if we'll be able to afford more? But I just know, I told mommy and poppy about it, and I was like, mommy, like I'm looking at trying to get a 7-bedroom house. Why? Because we may have holidays in my house in a year.
And I thought you was gonna say you trying to get 7 kids. I was like, yo, this nigga is ridiculous.
Possibly, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I am gonna have a couple more. I only have 2. I told Steph the other day, just getting started. Wait till this money get right. You going back to back, and it's all right, man. I love, man. Wait till you have a kid, man. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I'm waiting still.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Your birthday's coming up. Aaliyah's is coming up too, man. About to be 3 years old.
Yeah, I gotta get Aaliyah a gift. That's what I need to do. Get Aaliyah a gift.
Yeah, man. If we can find a way to either
I need to start giving everybody a gift. Aaliyah. When does Lauren? Lauren's is on New Year's, ain't it?
Yeah. You got it. Her birthday's January 1st.
I just don't know when Brooklyn's.
September.
See, September. And Gabby's on May
16th.
May something. May 16th.
Mm-hmm.
May 16th. Aaliyah's on what? Aaliyah's the 24th?
Yep.
24th. See?
It's all good. Take your time with it.
I know almost everybody. It's the only person I really didn't know was Brooklyn's. But I just need time to do that.
Yeah,
and then when is Steph's birthday?
December 30th. It's in a few days.
December 30th?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy her a gift when I get paid on Tuesday because of payroll being delayed a day back. But shit. Let's end this real quick, everybody. Thank you for rocking with Real Talk Reviews. We're gonna be
Real Talk Reviews, baby,
with another fire ass episode next week.
New year.
Y'all all be attack this new year. Fuck this coronavirus. There's some healthy herbal shit that you guys could get. And I got the natural, the beekeepers. There's a throat spray that they sell. Natural beekeepers. Take a look at it. I used it. My throat. You can give it for your kids. Everybody. I got it right here on the camera. Get it. You spray it in your mouth 4 times. You do it 1 time a day. And whatever you have going on in your throat, it will disappear. It's natural and it's honey. You already know. It's going to work. You can get that too, Joe, if you need it, by the way. Let me know. I'll send you the link. I got mine. It took a while, but I felt good because my throat was drying out too much. And I was like, yo, this is annoying. But yo, everybody, another episode of Real Talk Reviews in the books. Peace.